Salvador Bernal, born January 7, 1945, Bernal was the fifth of 10 children of Santiago Bernal, a dentist, and Ubalda Flor, a clothes designer. He pursued a Master of Fine Arts major in Scenic Design at Northwestern University and was appointed as a lighting design instructor there. He was also a British Council scholar and observed theatre work with the Royal Shakespeare Company and Royal Opera House in England. He returned to Manila and added stage design to the classes he taught at Ateneo, which he also eventually taught at the University of the Philippines. Salvador Bernal began designing sets and costume for ballet fields in 1973 and worked as a resident designer for ballet fields for several years. He went full-time into production designs in 1974. He was director and consultant to the CCP Production Design Center from 1987 to 1994 and mentored its current head, Eric Cruz. He was also mentor to production designer Gina Gonzalez. Bernal proposed the creation of the Production Design Center, a building at the CCP complex inaugurated in 1992 that houses a scene shop, construction area for sets, sewing rooms, and storage for costumes and other offices. He designed most of the sets and costume of Tanghalang Filipino, the CCP's resident theater company, since its opening season in 1987. He also returned to the academe and had been teaching interdisciplinary studies at Ateneo. There, he designed many productions for Tanghalang Ateneo, one of the university's theater groups, having served as the company's resident production designer since 1996. He was considered an authority in Philippine costumes and period clothing. He designed period costumes for movies like Oro Plata Mata and Gumising Ka Maruma. He authored patterns for the Philippine dress from Traje de Mestiza to the Terno in 1992. He also authored a collection of poetry, The Fire Trees Burn All Summer, and other poems in 2000. Bernal was named National Artist in 2003. The award citation notes that, sensitive to the budget limitations of local productions, he harnessed the design potential of inexpensive local materials, pioneering or maximizing the use of the bamboo, raw abaca and abaca fiber, hemp twine, rattan chain links, and gati kacha. In doing this, he exemplified the versatility of Filipino materials for designs and proved that the poverty of a production need not imply a poverty of the imagination. Bernal began designing costumes and sets in 1968 while teaching literature at Ateneo de Manila, where he also graduated with a degree in philosophy 2 years prior. From then on, he had designed more than 300 productions of plays, ballets, concerts, musicals, and operas.
Good day, everyone. My name is Irina Flores, and I will be discussing the motivations of Salvador Bernal. Bernal's career started in 1969. He designed more than 300 productions for drama, musicals, operas, and concerts. Bernal began designing the sets and costumes for Ballet Philippines in 1973 and worked as resident designer for BP for several years. In 2003, Bernal was declared as a national artist. In his art, Bernal brought the Filipino spirit to the stage with his design. Based on the award citation, he utilized the design potential of affordable indigenous materials, pioneering or optimizing the use of bamboo, raw abaca and abaca fiber, hemp rope, rattan chain links, and gauze kacha. In doing so, he demonstrated the adaptability of the Filipino materials for design, and he also demonstrated that poverty of production does not have to equal poverty of imagination. Sabi dito, hindi raw hadlang ang kahirapan upang hindi niya makamit yung imahinasyon niya about sa arts na ginagawa niya. Despite his reputation for being exacting, Bernal would frequently adapt to changing circumstances. He was notably known for his sensitivity to budget restraints in local production sets, as well as his creative responses to such limits. The term small budget does not apply to him. Give him even the smallest budget, and he can turn it into beauty, says the English literature junior Gualan Loarca, who collaborated with Bernal on the play Sintang Dalisay. His friend Garcia also says that Bernal would rather devote energy to his art rather than to senseless conflict. According to Bernal, work not of enthusiasm, but of love, conscious of duty, which means self-denial. Because of his otherworldly outlook, he was always able to work peacefully and successfully while accomplishing his work on time. This reflected the reality of a harmonic and appealing combination of work and deed. It demonstrated assuredly that the sensibility of a contemplative personality does not result in tension or anxiousness. He simply contemplated human realities from a divine perspective. Above all, Bernal was known for being extremely passionate about his art. His passion for the humanities led to his own private conflicts with others who did not share his perspective. In short, yung passion niya sa arts ang nagpa-motivate sa kanya. To the point na kahit in the smallest budget, he can turn it into a wonderful piece. That's all. Thank you for listening.